Hello everyone, and welcome to your healing subscription for today, for this week. So it's almost going into another month. I'm going to do a soul transformation therapy session today, and because with each session I tune in to see what do we need to do for this time, and I've got all of your random numbers, and you each have your intentions. If you haven't set your intention for today's session, perhaps pause this recording and just drop into your heart space and find what it is that you want to focus on, and then set your intention and then continue. Remember, we're working on a quantum level, so whether you watch this today or tomorrow or any other day, you will still receive the healing that is coming with us. I'm also feeling guided to quickly draw an angel card, maybe two. So let's see what comes up. So I'm just going to shuffle here, focusing on all of your random numbers that I have in today's pile. And let's see what comes up for today's session. And what I'll do is I'll put a little picture of the card up as well, so that it's easier, so you can see it. So I'm just going to shuffle until I feel it's ready. Okay, cut the pack into two, and we'll take the top one. Okay, we have the Angel of Tenderness. So I don't know if you can see that. I'll pop a picture up for you. So it says here, the affirmation is, I am radiant with tenderness. Tenderness, the soft breeze on the meadow, an opening bud, a hand that finds the perfect gesture, the touch that heals, the gaze of pure understanding with no strings attached. In our lives, tenderness is the natural flow of all of our actions because the soul has dissolved all fear of being. So we are reminded to be tender, and perhaps you want to work with that affirmation of, I am radiant with tenderness. Let's quickly grab another one. Oh, two came up. So we'll have to take them. We have Angel of Simplicity, and we've got Angel of Strength. Oops, there it falls. Angel of Strength. So let's quickly just read what they say. Angel of Simplicity, the affirmation is, my life is fulfilled in the simplicity of my attitudes. The more we attune to our soul's love and intuition, the simpler life becomes. On a personality level, we tend to complicate things tremendously. But when we become receptive to our inner guidance, life becomes simple and clear, and is free from that which is superfluous. And we've got Angel of Strength. The affirmation for this one is, my strength is a precious gift from my soul, in which I am always safe. A great strength emerges in our lives when we recognize that security and happiness are soul qualities. Our strength lies in allowing these qualities to flow through us, bringing the ability to go ahead with deep inner security. So these three little cards wanted to come up, and we will honor those. And perhaps there's a message for you within these three cards that's going to go deeper onto another level for us. So just put these to the side before we go into the soul transformation therapy. So as always with soul transformation therapy, we work with soul plant cards. So these are numbered cards. They have little symbols on them and very, very basic little story. But I know what these cards are all about. So I'll go into great detail with, well, as much detail as we need with what we need to know. And I see that our top card is number 4. I've already dowsed and tested all of the things that's coming up in today's session, and our first card is actually a 4. So I love these synchronicities when they happen. So, okay, thanks, angels, we hear you. So the 4 is already up as our balance that we need to work with today. I think it is our first card. I'll check in a moment, but I know it's definitely in the end section as well. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to move ahead into the balance. So listen to the messages. There's going to be some guidance and some meditations for you to follow along, visualizations, and as always, we will consolidate all of that with not home, well, maybe homework, maybe a bit of support. We'll see what comes up at the end. Yeah, so I'll see you on the other side. Let's have a look at the information that comes up for today's session. So you already have your goal in place. You know what it is that you want to achieve. So we're going to look at everything in relation to our goal. The emotion that comes up in relation to this goal, or the feeling, is hell, like H-E-L-L. And it's in relation to saying no. And the dimension is beliefs. So this is our own personal beliefs about saying no. What do you believe about saying no? Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Is it something that comes easy to you or something that's hard? And if it's hard, does it feel like hell? If saying no comes easy to you, perhaps it comes too easy to you, and that may feel like hell. How does saying no in relation to hell tie in with your goal, what it is that you want to achieve? So again, just take a moment to make that connection for yourself, even if it's just a second or two. Pause the recording if you need to, but the deeper you can feel, the deeper we can heal. And this is very important. If you just rush through the recording and listening to it, you'll still receive healing, but if you can feel it deeply, you can heal it deeply. So whenever you need to pause, go for it. Just soak it up. I check the stress levels as a group, and the stress levels in relation as a group to each of your own individual goals sits at about 63%, just higher than 50%, but not quite as low. So that's okay. We want to just lower that. Our life energy in relation to the goal is 12%. So the life energy is the energy that you have to give towards the goal. That's only sitting at 12%. So that's very, very low. We want to change that. So looking at our soul plan cards, the first card we look at is our polarity. This is what we want to clear, or what we need to clear in today's session. And this is the 4-4 card. So this particular polarity is all about fertility, infertility. And we call this one the abundance and trust complex. So this is all about the flow of abundance and trust, the trust in the universe, or perhaps not feeling loved. It could be about gratitude, self-respect, or respect for others. 4 also talks about sharing our gifts and being of service to the world. So it relates to our work, but also our creativity. It could also on a very physical level relate to fertility and infertility. So either being too fertile or lacking the fertility, whichever way it goes, because this is a polarity card. Polarity cards take things to the extreme. The 4-4 is also, it's a very sort of logical, step-by-step type energy. And it can indicate that we get stuck in the mind, stuck in the thought process, stuck in the thinking. If you find yourself getting stuck in those mind games, or those thoughts that keep flowing and flowing and flowing, and they just go without end, one of the quickest ways to stop them is to ask yourself, what is the next thought that will come up for me? And you'll be surprised to see how quickly your thoughts stop in their tracks. It's almost like they know that they're being observed, and they go, whoa, what's going on over here? And they sort of hold back because they want to see if can you guess what the next thought would be. So when your thoughts are running wild, just ask yourself, what is the next thought I will have? Try that. The 4-4 could also relate to issues of greed, or even self-centeredness, hypochondria, or it could indicate that you manifest betrayal scenarios. This could be conscious or unconscious or subconscious that you do that, where you're feeling betrayed by the world or people around you. Okay, so our separation card that we're looking at is the 10-1. And when we combine 10-1 with 4-4, then the separation is about abundance issues. So the way it works here is like with the soul plane cards, there's 7 polarities, and each polarity is of a specific focus, and then the combination of that one polarity with one of the other 22 cards give us a separation. So it gives us a direction in which to work. So today's one is all about abundance issues. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the soul plan hologram reading, which is just going to be a little bit of a tap in, tune in into the energies, and then we're going to do a bit of soul retrieval work, which will also include chord balancing and vowel breaking and soul retrieval. So for our soul plan hologram reading, this is like a little bit of an Akashic reading. It's going to be very simple, very basic, but yeah. Sit comfortably. You can put your feet in the ground and just allow yourself to drop into your heart space. Now imagine everybody in this circle today, in this healing subscription group, come together in a circle. And from your own heart, send a beam of light to the center of the circle. And so all of us connect to the center of the circle. And if you wanted to, you could send from that central energy your beam out to each of the persons involved today. And this is to ensure that we come from a space of love and compassion. And as a group, as a team, we are pooling our energies so that we all assist each other in our healing and in raising our frequency and vibration. Because as soon as we start coming together in groups, the energy is expanded and so much stronger. Now from your heart, send a connection down into the earth, into the center of the earth. Dropping your consciousness and awareness to the center of the earth. And just connect with this beautiful bright light in the center of the earth. And scoop up some of that bright light and send it up along the connection. You can take as much or as little as you want. And pull that up into your body and allow that beautiful liquid light to come into your feet, moving up along your spine, all the way up to your crown, filling your entire body with this beautiful liquid light. Now from your heart, send a connection up to the all that is, Source, God, the Creator, Creatrix, whatever is appropriate for you. And just connect with the beautiful liquid, godlike light that is there in the source or the great central sun. And scoop some of that energy and bring that down along your connection into your crown and down your spine, filling up your entire body, down all the way down to the tips of your toes, and allowing this beautiful liquid light from source energy to mix and join with the liquid light from the earth, from Mother Earth. And as this energy flows coming from the bottom of the earth, center of the earth, and also from the center of the all that is, allow that energy to expand out beyond your physical body, out beyond time and space. Expand the energy out to a place where we become one. And we're sensing the unity with the all that is. So I'm going to tune into the central heart space that we are connected to. And I'm going to tune into the energy that's there. You may do the same for yourself as well. Tune into that central heart space. And we want to look at the energy that sits in that heart space area. And this may come through as something quite clear. It could be a vision. It could be a guide or an angel. It could just be a dreamlike story or scenario that you see. It could just be a feeling. It doesn't matter what you see or feel there, what you experience. Just allow yourself to feel what is feeling there. As I tune into the space, the sense I get, or the image that I get, is a round geode. One of those round stones. When you look at it from one side, it just looks like a round stone, but when you break it open, it's got a lot of crystals growing on the inside. And so this particular geode has a hole on the side, and you can peer into it and see all these crystals. But the energy inside the geode is quite dark. And as I tune into the heart space, it feels like the heart space is hollow and empty. It feels broken. And it feels like there's a chunk missing. And yes, the opening within this geode allows us to see the beauty that's growing within this. But that's almost a selfish nature, that we want to see what's in there. From the geode's perspective, the geode feels broken, torn apart, and empty. And it feels like part of it is gone or missing. So that's the image that comes through for me. You may find something different. And I'm not going to fix this geode now. We're just tuning into the energy. You tuning into whatever you're feeling there. Tune into any sensations that you feel within your body. And we're going to run with that. So pause the recording if you need to spend more time here. Don't spend too much time. This is just a dip in. You dip your toes in. You want to get a sense of what it feels like. And we're coming out. It's not about healing anything here, because we're going to move into the healing session now. So when you feel ready to come out, just firmly plant your feet into the ground, just grounding the energies again. Okay, so make yourself comfortable and find a comfortable position to either sit, stand, or lie. And you want to close your eyes again. Now imagine yourself in a beautiful meadow. The temperature is just right for you. You feel the grass under your feet. You may hear birds chirping. And you feel the sun on your skin. Maybe a slight breeze, whatever it is that works for you. Make this place as real as possible. As you slowly turn around, looking at the beautiful meadow around you, you observe this gigantic tree. This ancient tree is connected all the way to the heavens. And its roots are going deep into the earth. The branches and the leaves, they're like connecting lines of light that moves into the sky, into the heavens. And the roots going deep into the earth. Allow yourself to move closer to this tree. And in the trunk of this tree, you see a door. Perhaps move a bit closer. Really see what this door looks like. Perhaps there's a symbol on it. Pay attention to the texture, the color, the shape. Perhaps even feel what the surface of the door feels like. as you run your fingertips over it. In a moment we're going to step through the door, but before we do that, I want you to set the intention that you want to meet your guide or guardian on the other side. Perhaps even standing at the door, you may say it out loud. I want to meet my guardian or guide. I want to meet my guardian or guide. I want to meet my guardian or guide. And energetically, that's almost like ringing the doorbell and saying, I'm coming in. So we're going to move through the door, and it all depends on your doorway, whether there's a handle or how you move through this door. You can magically just appear on the other side. However you move through, let's move through the door, and you're going to follow down some stairs and passageways. And these stairs and passageways are moving inside the roots, and you're going to keep moving down, 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 deeper and deeper into the earth, following along, perfectly safe, perfectly secure. And even though you are in the roots, it feels like there's lights around. You can see exactly where you're moving. There's a glow in the air as the stairs and the roots take you deeper and deeper into the lower world, down, down, down into the earth. And keep moving down through the soil into the lower earth until you come out to an opening or a clearing. And there you will find your guardian or your guide. Now ask your guardian or guide to take you to your lost soul part, the part that is wounded, the aspect that we want to reunite or that we need to reunite at this time. And your guardian or guide can take you there instantly. You may feel like you're traveling, but you'll travel really, really fast. And when you reach the point where this wounded or lost aspect in your soul part, you may recognize this as a trapped spark of light, perhaps a wounded child or a little inner child. It could be a wounded person, perhaps even an animal. If there's wounding, it doesn't necessarily have to be a physical wounding. It could be emotional or mental, even spiritual. If you need more time to get here, or time to spend with your part that you need to reunite, you may pause this recording at any time. So ask your guardian or guide, or you may use your intuition, on what action it is that you need to take to heal and reclaim this part of you. Perhaps you need to do some work, perhaps that you need to bring some energy in. Whatever it is that you need to do. It may also be that you need to let go of certain limiting beliefs, or break vows, or release grudges. And these grudges or vows or limiting beliefs, they can come as a result of not being whole. So as we release these, it will help you to integrate and draw this soul aspect back into your being. So visualize yourself or imagine yourself in a favorite healing and safe space. You may find a chamber within this area where you're at. And this is your own personal favorite safe space. No one else can come into the space but you. The only way anybody else can come in here is if you invite them in. Now visualize yourself surrounded in a cocoon of light. This light is protective, and it also creates a sacred space around you so that we can do our work knowing that we are completely safe and secure. Focus on this cocoon of light around you. This light becomes brighter and brighter. And as you're focusing on the light, everything else around you disappears into a velvety blackness. And you have a sense that you are like a shining star floating through space. And as you adjust to your new surroundings, you may notice other stars close and far. Some of them forming constellations or configurations. And some are just like little dots of light that don't really hold any force or gravity on your star. Others, on the other hand, may have quite a force of gravity. And these ones with the heavier forces of gravity or power, these could be energetic connections or cords that we have with others, because each of these stars represents someone else. You may also feel or sense that some of these connections and restrictions may take the form of commitments or vows. And these could be conscious or unconscious. Now in your mind's eye, manifest a sphere of light around your body, around your cocoon of light. So this becomes an outer aura, perfectly round. And have the thought or intention now to repeat the following words in your mind. I now choose to balance ties and end vows with anybody or anything that was holding me in limitation. I break and rescind all vows of limitation and ask that any and all restrictions that have blocked me in my expression be released right now. I choose to let go of any doubts or limiting beliefs about my capability to contribute to life and to manifest the most fulfilling and joyful expression of my soul's plan. With the unlimited power of your mind, ask this sphere of light to start spinning. It could spin clockwise, counterclockwise, up or down, it doesn't matter, there's no right or wrong. Just allow the sphere to start spinning. And as it spins, it is clearing and it is disconnecting any limiting beliefs, any cords, negative connections, guilt, doubt, trauma. And this is from negative present or past life experiences. Anything else that's relevant here anything that's no longer needed is being spun out, like a washing machine on a spin cycle. So allow that spin to go faster and faster, spinning faster and faster. Release and let go. And as the spin is coming to an end, you may feel clearer, brighter, freer. I request that a divine force seal this sphere with blue light. I like to see a deep indigo blue, but you may choose to have a light blue if that is more comfortable. Find the shade of blue that is most comfortable for you. Request that a divine force seal the blue light with an orange light. And you can make this layer as thick or as thin as you like. Again, choose an orange that you feel comfortable with. Let's request that this divine force seal this orange sphere with a pink layer of light. Again, choosing a pink that you feel comfortable with. And finally, we request that this divine force will seal the sphere with gold light. Perhaps you see this gold as a matte gold, it could be a shiny gold. See what works for you and make this layer as thick or thin as possible. So for any energies to come your way, it needs to penetrate this gold sphere first of all. I like to make mine shiny, so it's like a mirror, so that any energies are bouncing off that. If the energies are pure, they'll move through. And then it needs to penetrate through the pink layer, which is a layer of unconditional love. So any energy coming your way that is not of love will not penetrate. The orange layer is a layer of protection. And so if anything comes through the gold and the orange, it needs to first move through that protective layer. And if it manages to move through that, it needs to get through the blue layer, which is your coat or cloak of protection. This is like your personal cloak of Archangel Michael. And remember that below that layer, you still have your sphere of light. And underneath that, your cocoon of light. And underneath that, your auric field and your blueprint. So for any energies to come through, they need to withstand the test of all of these layers, so you know that you are completely safe, completely protected. Now bring yourself back to your favorite place. You still have your cocoon of light around you. We can take away from our focus and awareness the sphere of light for now. And bring your focus back to the cocoon of light. That's our protective cocoon. That's also the sacred space. And we want to just make sure that anybody and everything that needs to be forgiven in relation to this work today can be forgiven. So invite any and all of the people in who have inflicted hurt upon you. And this could be from a long time ago, or it could be the recent past. There could be one, there could be many. Just invite them all in. Remember, this is your sacred space. This is your safe space. And they have to obey. They must comply. They have to follow your orders. The people, as you line them up, this is their higher selves coming in, so they will respect your space and you coming from a space of your higher self. So line them up, one next to the other. If you need a few lines, you may do that. And go to the first person, take them by the hand, and look deep into their eyes, and tell them, I know you. I see you. I know who you are. I know that you are a soul just like me. And I know that you have a role to play in this life just like me. I understand that for you to play your role, you have to play it perfectly. And you do it so well. And I understand that for you to hurt me like you did, you need to love me deeply. Because to help me with this experience means that you have to stay in character when you play this role. Because if you move out of your role and you are soft on me, I will not be having the experience and the growth. Thank you for staying in character. Thank you for helping me receive this experience. I love you. Thank you. And I forgive you. And now I let you go. If you want to, you may give this higher self or this being a hug and see him or her leave. Now, if you have a few of these to do, you may rewind the video and just repeat the process with the others, or pause and repeat the process until you have forgiven everyone in this list. Once everyone is forgiven, you look to the side and you see a group of blank looking faces or beings that you can't recognize the faces, maybe look faceless. These represent anybody and everyone that you may have hurt consciously or unconsciously as a result of being hurt through your own experience. So look towards this group and in your mind ask for their forgiveness. They will understand, and as their higher self witness, they will also forgive. Take as much time as you need here, and you may need to pause the recording. Next, you turn around and you see yourself standing there. Take your own hands and look deep into your eyes and tell yourself, I see you. I know who you are. I know that you are a soul. I know that you come here to play a role. You come here to experience. And at the same time, you come here to help others experience what they need to experience. I understand that in order to play this role, you need to stay in character. And you cannot go soft or gentle on people always. And that includes yourself. Thank you for playing your role so perfectly. I love you. I forgive you. And give yourself a hug as you merge with yourself. You expand into your heart space and you feel yourself being completely free. Allow yourself to move out of your safe space and back to the area where you met with your guardian or guide. And allow yourself to move back through the earth and the roots, up the stairs, moving higher and higher, up, up, up along the roots. As you're moving up along the roots and the stairs, you feel your awareness moving through your body, through your feet, your legs, your hips, your chest, and we're moving up, up, up into the sky and beyond the sky and into the upper realms, moving into the branches and into the leaves. Keep moving up, 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 higher and higher and higher, until you find yourself in the realm of the soul, beyond time and space. And now it is time to manifest the healing in the different aspects of your human life. You've brought all of this healing to the upper realm. This is the realms of manifestation. All possibilities are governed by intention, and the wounded, limiting beliefs that you held are healed in this space. In this space, you are whole. And it's important to see this wholeness filter into your life, into this human life that you're currently having. So see yourself on earth, in your human life, acting and interacting with more wholeness and integrity. The previously missing part is now integrated. You are more whole. When you can see this picture clearly, imagine that you are attracting into your body more and more wholeness, more light. See yourself completely and fully acting and interacting with more wholeness and integrity in this life. And as you focus your awareness more and more on this life, you feel yourself being pulled into your body, back into the space, into this room, back into your body. It's almost like you're fitting back into your body. Your spirit is fitting into your body, like it's squeezing a hand into a glove. So we want to anchor in the balance that we've just done, or the correction we've just done. And the way that we do that is to do eye rotations while we are tapping on the mastoid process. Mastoid process is in line with the earlobe. If you just go trace it back to the back, you'll find the round bone behind your ear. We're going to be tapping there. You can hold, if you want to deepen into this, take the ring finger and thumb together and then use your index finger and middle fingers to tap behind the ears. While you are tapping there, you're going to look in directions all the way around the clock. So I would normally go with like up and diagonal, side, diagonal, down, diagonal, side, diagonal, up. And then you reverse that. And we're going to do that with eyes open as well as eyes closed. Okay, and you can do that in your own time. If you need to pause this recording, you can do that as well. But what we do by looking at the different angles is we're accessing different parts of the brain. So the correction or the balance that we've just done, we're saying to the brain, find all of the locations within the brain. So it's almost like we've got 500 Word documents open and we say find and replace within all 500 of those documents. We're going to find these issues and we're replacing them with the balance or the correction or the new energy. So we flush out the old. So by accessing different parts of the brain, eyes open, eyes closed, we're working with a conscious as well as subconscious level. So it's really like going through the filing systems and finding those locations. What you want to do is you want to stretch the eyes as far as possible. So instead of rushing it too fast or going through very quickly, I tend to go quite fast just for the demo here, but what you want to do is you want to look up, look diagonal, look side, look diagonal, look down, look diagonal, stretch the eyes as far as you can, and then bring that back. You're going to do eyes open as well as eyes closed. Okay, so I'll just do a demo, fingers together and tap. Reverse direction. Close eyes, do the same, stretching the eyes. You may find that some locations or areas are a little bit harder than others with eyes open or eyes closed. That's okay. You can just sweep your eyes back and then come back to that position again. Just to consolidate everything in today's session, I dowsed to see what Aura Soma bottle would be appropriate for today's session, and bottle 98 came up, Archangel Sandalphon. And so this bottle is all about transmutation of negativity on all levels. So I'm not going to read through all of this information. I'll put this on screen. You may pause if you need to. But there is energies around transmutation here. So Sandalphon is our catalyst for change. Also, there is an opportunity here to discern the truth that we have. And it could also promote or open up our communication to angels and devas and to higher energies. So our affirmation that we have for this particular bottle is, I transmute all unrequited love. I transmute all unrequited love. I transmute all unrequited love. Now, what came up for me while I was just tuning into that was the unrequited love could also be your own personal love towards yourself. Okay, so look into all of that and just feel it. So I drew 3 more cards from the Soul Plan deck, and this is to give us our opportunity. So this is the opportunity for healing that we gained through today's session. What is there to be gained? Then there's a solution, which is basically going to be our homework. This is going to be, what do we need to do? And the result is, what is the result going to be once we do this homework? So for the opportunity, we have the 17-8 card, and this is all about self-confidence. It could be about public speaking, but it's also associated with lecturing and teaching. So it's very strongly associated with self-confidence and speaking, using your mouth and your voice to bring across ideas or concepts. This is also about an emotional intelligence. It could be a very nurturing energy, very sensitive, very connected to earth, and this could be a very grounding energy for yourself, but also for others. It could also indicate clairvoyance, so seeing deeply into yourself and others' situations, and it could indicate success in whatever you are wanting to move into. So this is actually a really nice one to work with. Our solution is number 22, so 20/2, and 20 is all about expansion, flow and flexibility. So this is our exploration energy. It can be really good in the business field, but it could also be very good in studies. It's about flowing and creative energies, versatility. It's a very inquisitive energy. You want to question, you want to learn more and explore. So this is exploring. It could also be about resilience, and this is emotional resilience, which is resilience in life in general. And it's a very wise energy, so it sees the bigger picture in all areas of life. The affirmation associated with the number 20 is, I choose to live and let live. I choose to now embrace life. I choose to go with the flow, and I allow my spirit to guide. I choose to let go. I choose to live and let live. I choose to now embrace life. I choose to go with the flow, and I allow my spirit to guide. I choose to let go. I choose to live and let live. I choose to now embrace life. I choose to go with the flow, and I allow my spirit to guide. I choose to let go. When we work with this energy, our result of today's session is the 6 energy. So we've got 6. 6 is one of our most creative energies that we have in Soul Plan. It's also about manifestation. As creative as this gets, it could also be business related. So it could actually allow yourself to go very, very strongly into business focus, but it could also allow you to go very strongly into a creative focus. And this is all about concentration and focus. And there's usually quite a drive to engage with this particular energy. But this is our manifesting energy. So we want to manifest and pull into our reality what it is that we're focusing on. Place one hand at the back of your head, one hand in the front. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and out. Now visualize yourself in the future, in a place where you've already acquired all the new resources that you've learned, all your new tools. You're free of limitations. Take all the insights you've gained in today's session and visualize yourself cultivating the work that you've done, what it is that you want to achieve. Just see yourself in as much detail as possible, doing and acting, working in alignment with today's balance and the information you received. Deep breath in and out. And release the hands. And we are going to do eye rotations to ground and anchor the work we've just done. Ring finger and thumb together, tapping behind the ears in the mastoid process. Look up, diagonal up, to the side, diagonal down, down, diagonal down, to the side, diagonal up, up, reverse direction, diagonal, side, diagonal down, down, other side, diagonal down, side, diagonal up, and up. Close your eyes, look up, and diagonal up, side, diagonal down, down, diagonal down, side, diagonal up, diagonal up, side, diagonal down, down, down diagonal, to the side, diagonal up, and back to the center top, and to the center middle. And you may open your eyes and stop tapping. And then I check the stress levels for the session, and our stress is now sitting at 12%, and the life energy is sitting at 78%. So it's quite a change in the energies since we started. Now the homework or the support, we're going to focus on the number 20, and I'll pop this into the email and the message as well. Also it'll be in the description below this video. But 20 is all about expanding the mind. You want to maybe take some adventures, maybe hike or explore, travel a little bit, perhaps listen to world music or watch travel movies or something like that. Anything where you can sort of see a little bit beyond the world. It's also about balancing, so finding an inner harmony. So something like yoga or Tai Chi could come in handy. Maybe movement or dance, because it'll help the body with flow and movement. And you may want to go through this forgiveness meditation that we did to forgive different aspects of yourself and also others. Forgiveness is very, very important work. And then you want to develop your spiritual practices, so do some spiritual development. I'll also give you a list of crystals and gemstones that you may want to work with. Don't use all of them, you don't want to look like a Christmas tree, but look at the various issues that may arise around the number 20 and perhaps pick one or two of the crystals that you want to work with that relates to that particular energy. And so that concludes our healing session for today. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and I will see you in the next healing session. Take care, and I'm sending you lots of love and light.